Hello, here's a dev log. I haven't done one of these in a long time. Because I kind of gave up on making the game after I applied for a grant and didn't get it. Going forward, I'm just going to do dev logs whenever I work on the game, just to keep track of what I've done. And today we're just trying to get back into the groove of things, like checking what is in the game and what still needs to be added in the game. So I've created a list. And beyond that, I've just been messing around with the shaders on this intro scene. I mean, I kind of wanted the river to be a bit more interesting. Like, you can barely tell that the river is moving here. And, like, I bet I don't really know much about shaders, but here's what it looks like now. Oh, well, that's not meant to be like that. What have I done here? And there's this bug where it doesn't fade in when I want it to. Okay. Yes, that's much nicer. And then when he collapses, you know, it's barely visible what's happening with the water. I don't know if the player would notice that, but here we have Marco, who does notice it. I click the dialogue. He says, "How do you suppose the water is twisting like that?" And maybe a keen player could see that there's bits of orange contrasting with the blues. But yeah, I think we were to go back again, do one final comparison. Let's do this actually. Yeah, like look at this. Just a lot more deliberate, I feel, the design now, and the water looks a lot nicer. Just showing off that animation. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, beyond that, I want to talk about the moon, which is pretty funny. Don't know if this is going to be the best view to see it in. Yeah, so the moon is kind of floating in here, right? And it's called the moon. But what the moon is there's a spotlight pointing directly down onto a cylinder, and that cylinder creates this kind of shadow in front of what should be just like a flat spotlight, like a circle of light. This is probably not the most straightforward way to do it, but it's the only way I could think of in the moment. Because you'll see if I do this, there's just a cylinder there, right? And on top of that is a spotlight shining down, but I just made the cylinder transparent. And then there's also a torus on the outside just to cap off any light. So it's like, actually looks like a crescent moon that cuts off rather than like bleeds fully into nothingness. So we can go ahead and make those fully transparent again. So just a little trick to make this like, I'm not even sure if that's convincing, if that convincingly like even looks like the moon, but whether it just looks like a mistake, honestly. like something I've forgotten to delete. But I think it looks nice, especially on the normal map of the river, and it kind of shows me that the water's texture is actually behaving as I intend it to, as in light actually reflects off of the higher parts of the river. Something that I'm not quite happy with is like the noise around the banks of the river. Like, I don't know if the normal map there is actually higher than the rest, but anyway. So that's kind of what I've done today in, a couple hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours, just getting back into the groove of things and tweaking the, how would you say, the ambience, the environment of this opening scene to make it a bit more interesting visually. And we will continue next time. Thanks. Oh, but I should probably talk about what I'm going to do next from this list. So maybe we should be starting with easy things to get back into the groove. So maybe a cursor could be something I could design. And beyond that, maybe like some of the race UI. So fonts and stuff for the score and maybe the speed of the boat. That begs a question like, how can I make a speedometer look in universe and actually reconsider whether it's even necessary? But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to be posting more soon. Thanks.